Hi, folks. It's me, Christiana Gaudet. I am live on my business page. Today is Thursday. That means it is time for the Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter Recap. If you happen to be watching in archive on Facebook, on YouTube, or on my webpage, thank you for being here. We will be doing some readings. Obviously, if you are watching an archive, I'm not going to be able to answer your questions, but you might hear something in a reading I do for someone else that seems appropriate or resonant for you. If that happens, then go ahead and take it as a reading. That's how these things work. So, before I get going with our Tarot Topics Weekly Newsletter recap, hey Neil, nice to see you. Glad you're here. I do want to remind everyone tonight starts the UK Tarot Conference, which usually would be happening in person in London, but this year is going to be online only. I am presenting tomorrow. My understanding is it's not too late to get your tickets, and I think it's going to be lit. So the conference, it starts tonight. It is Friday and Saturday. UK Tarot Conference. Google it and see if you can still get a ticket. And for those of you who have tickets, I'm looking forward to seeing you in my presentation tomorrow. Let me say hi to a lot of the people who are here. Let's see, Neil, Deirdre, Seoni, Karen, Martha, Sammy, Joe, Elizabeth, Claire, Christina, happy to see you, and Joanne. So there's a couple of you who have requested readings, and Sayani's on it. She knows what to do. What inspiration should I take from this week to the coming one, right? Okay, so did you see this week's newsletter? If you did not read it, you can find it here on my Facebook page. You can also find it on my website, tarotbychristiana.com. Just look for the newsletter. Subscribe while you're there so you get it in your inbox every week. This week, the topic is invoking inspiration. What I talked about was the storytellers of old. When they were going to tell a story, they would first say a prayer to their muse. They'd say, inspiration, come to me, inspiration, move me. And so I thought about that even now, even today, we can invoke inspiration within us, whether it's creative inspiration, spiritual inspiration, inspiration to get through the freaking day. And that sometimes we also inspire others. Others find inspiration in us. And so today I wanted to do some readings about inspiration. Do you need inspiration about a specific thing? Are you hoping to inspire others? Are you looking to find inspiration in a certain way? So for today, asking for a card or asking for a reading isn't going to do it. What's going to do it today is ask me a question about inspiration. Are you looking for what will inspire you to lose weight? What will inspire you to get back to writing that book? How you could inspire someone that you care about to do what they need to do. I want a specific question about inspiration, and I will be happy to answer that. Okay, so let's see. The first such question that I saw was from Seoni. How to use what has happened this week to bring inspiration into the following week. And you know, what comes up here for me, Sayani, is about creativity. That somewhere in the course of this week, you had a creative thought or you saw someone else's creativity. You saw a great TV show or you heard some great music. Somehow it's about creativity. And it is meant to inspire your own creativity going into the next week. So look for how other people's creativity inspires you and how you are inspired to yourself be creative. Emmy Noble, nice to see you. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so once again, for those of you just coming in, I am happy to do readings, but it's got to be a question having to do with inspiration because that's the topic for the day. Okay, Melissa. Would love a card about what I can do to inspire more enthusiasm for my life, to invite in the things I'd love to have. What a great question. How to inspire enthusiasm in your life? A few things. Number one, read things that seem sacred and inspirational to you. Number two, get out in nature. Number three, exercise whether you feel like it or not. Those three things for you, Melissa, should do the trick. And Helene, it's so nice to see you here. Haven't seen you in a while. Okay, very good. Karen Winkle, what can I do to inspire me to fully embrace who I am and get my business moving, since we know that your business is an expression of who you really are? So what can you do? What can you do to inspire yourself to embrace that? Perfect. You know, it's all about remembering who you were as a child. And, you know, whatever happened in your childhood that might have not been best, that might have not been inspiring, excuse me, whatever happened there, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about your inner child. What did you enjoy as a child? You know, when you were most authentically yourself, who were you? What were you doing? Find that part of yourself, do those things, and everything else will naturally emanate from that. And there is something there too, Karen, about healing the inner child, healing that part of you that was wounded as a child. That's important too. Okay, this is a good one. And for those of you who want readings, again, the question must be phrased to include inspiration in some way. That's our topic. That's what we're doing today. Okay, Martha, inspiration to finish writing a paper. So, a couple of things. First of all, you need to be inspired to do it because it's what you're supposed to do. I mean, it really just is what you're supposed to do. But the thing is, I will tell you this, and this will inspire you. Once you sit down, once you start writing it, you're going to like your topic. You're going to have a lot to say. It's going to feel good, and it's going to be healing. Trust me, it's a good thing, and you're going to enjoy it. Okay, here's a good one from Neil. What would be a good topic for a book? I've been after Neil to write a book for no less than 20 years. So, what would be a good topic? Communication. I think you should be inspired to write a book about communication. The healthy ways we communicate with each other, the ways we communicate with each other that are helpful, and the ways that aren't. Okay. Here we go. My good friend Helene, happy to see you here. Helene McLean, glad you're here. Good question. We could all use this. So if this question resonates for everyone, listen to the answer. What will inspire me to keep calm during these challenging times? Oh man, I am with you, sister. Well, recognize that all things go in cycles and all things change. That everything that is happening right now, and no one is happy with what's happening right now. We may have different ideas on what the solution is or what the problem is even, but no one is happy with what's going on. I think we could all agree on that. And what we must all remember is that everything is in flux and everything is changing and everything does change and everything will change. There's nothing that we're looking at here that is temporary. And I think there are a lot of us who are concerned about permanent damage. And that does happen. But it will all be fixed. It'll all be fixed. And so just recognize it's part of the process and change will happen. Okay, Cheryl Jefferson, my friend, I could use some inspiration for my upcoming job. Okay. What will inspire you here? You know, it's not going to be easy. And I realize that's not very inspirational, but you and I both know it's not going to be easy. But you know what? You have so much love in your heart. You have so much creativity. You're good with kids. This is a job dealing with kids. You know, be inspired to have some fun with the kids. Be inspired to remember what it was like raising your own kids and to have fun with young people. It probably will be short term, but that's okay. You need to get out there. You need to do it. It's good for you. Be inspired by that as well. But I think you could actually have some fun here. Okay. Vicki Brown, how do I get the energy to get inspired? You know what? There's a lot of healing here. I don't know if that's physical, mental, emotional, whatever, spiritual. But I think, honestly, what you need more than anything right now, Vicki, is healing. To look at where you need healing and to find the healing that you need. That's what's going to help you most. Okay, Kim Reed, nice to see you. I am very left-brained and struggle with overthinking everything. What can inspire my creativity and intuition, right? That other side of things. Kim, you know, the overthinking that you do could just be switched a little bit and it would become incredibly creative and incredibly intuitive. Just observe the world around you. And rather than observing it from a perspective of how it impacts you, see yourself as the separate observer and think about it. Is it funny? Is it cute? Are you seeing something about life? Are you learning something? Try to just pull back and observe the world and let your overthinking actually do the work for you. Okay, Joanne, I would like to understand how to find joy in my life. That's close enough. Close enough. Okay, what would inspire joy in your life? Honestly, service to others. I see you as one who does get a lot of joy in helping others. And, you know, that's not to say that you shouldn't do things for yourself, but it is to say that you are very often inspired by finding ways to do for others. And so see how that can help you. Okay. Okay, Christine, looking for inspiration in general. Christine, you know what I think, Christine? I think you spend too much time worrying about the future and worrying about how everything is going to be. And I think that what you should do is be inspired just to be in the moment, to be mindful in the moment, and let that inspire you. Okay. Hey, Donna, nice to see you. Okay, Shelley Kaufman Kay. So we're looking for questions about inspiration, and I'm going to go ahead and do that with this question. Some of your craft items, and obviously you are inspired to do the crafts and to sell them. And I think that if you market them correctly, they will absolutely be successful. You know, so just whatever inspiration you put into creating them, put that same inspiration into the way you market them. Okay, Shelley Shiner, when will I have the inspiration to do anything? Yeah, I know you've been through a rough patch for real. And the answer is you are actively working on your healing. It is happening. It really is happening that you're healing every day. You're getting better every day. The thing I wonder about for you, though, is writing. Are you doing any writing? Will you be doing any writing? Is that something you're thinking about at all? And I wonder if that could be part of it. Okay, so from my perspective, I have gotten to every question. If you've asked a question, but it was not specific to inspiration, go ahead and rephrase it and ask again. If you have not asked a question but would like to, go ahead. If I accidentally missed you, I apologize. Go ahead and ask again. I want to thank you so much. And I do want to let you know, I think most of my October events are now up here on Facebook and also on my website, Tarot by Christiana. Just look for the events. I have 2 tarot classes this month on Zoom. Definitely check those out. I also have a full schedule of meetups and 1 more class on YouTube. So check all that out as well. Agnes, good question. How do I overcome the fears I have about the creative process? Makes sense to me. You know, what I get is these fears are very, very deep-seated and have to do with things from your childhood that somehow you were shamed or ridiculed or taught not to be creative in a way when you were a child. If you can figure out what happened then, you can absolutely overcome it. Absolutely. Oh, and Shelley says she's been thinking about writing for years. That is the right thing for you. The writing is right for you. Absolutely. Okay, folks, I am available for readings by phone, Skype, FaceTime, Messenger, Zoom, Duo, WhatsApp, you name it, we'll do it. And I do have some time tomorrow and over the weekend. Please do feel free to reach out. I'll be back here tomorrow with your Friday weekly wrap-up. And again, if you're considering attending the UK conference this weekend, I will see you tomorrow. My workshop is at 11:30 Eastern Time, and I'm really looking forward to it. All right. Thank you all so much.